And people that go back into using from recovery, a lot of times they go back in trying to use the same amount they used before, and they can OD and not be on this earth anymore by doing that. And that's the dangerous part of it, that they don't, these people don't care about.
Sporadically for a couple of years now since we picked this one up. Three important things have happened that I think I should probably mention. First, Ruger started offering a version of this gun that already has
exactly, Nick, exactly.
So that is now an option straight from the factory if you want it. Second, the whole pistol brace issue has gotten and its future more uncertain. I won't go into that today. I did a whole video about pistol braces and short barrel rifles a couple months ago. If you want my take on that, I am of course not suggesting that
you're exactly right, Wendy. Exactly right.
In order to circumvent the National Firearms Act. The third thing.
I know, Sam. That's all they're interested in is the content. Just like my thing, recording every live I do, and then going in and basically lying and saying I'm talking about something I'm not even talking about, or saying I'm dozing off on lives whenever that's just a bunch of horse crap. It's just crazy, absolutely crazy. And even if I were to doze off on a live, I'm taking medication that I'm prescribed. So if for some reason it has that effect on me one day, for one reason or the other, it shouldn't be, it shouldn't matter, because I'm not doing anything illegal,
So for the moment, this option is not quite the budget option that I had intended it to be. That said,
God forbid they do drugs on their live in front of everybody, and everybody's just fine with it, Pick up one of the Maxwell backpacker stocks. It will not break down as small as the Charger with a brace, but it's still a super slick setup, and it solves the problem of security the gun storage. GoRuck makes high quality, extremely durable bags, and the GR1 is probably I hear you, all right, man. I hear you, buddy.
Black, but they have expanded to other colors.
Jumbo, that's sad too, man. It's sad.
Webbing all over it. I wanted a color that would make it.
I'm kind of worried when you guys won't believe this. When I went in and weighed myself yesterday at the doctor's office, I only weigh 177 pounds. So in the last month, I've lost over 20 pounds. Probably the majority of it was in the last week, I would imagine. But that's not good. That's not good at all. For somebody like me just to lose 20 pounds that quick is not good. But there for about a week, I didn't hardly eat anything. Yeah, I told them about the stress. I told them what was going on, and they said, yeah, that'll definitely do it every time.
In my experience, young people are not nearly as good at blending into a crowd as they think they are. Fortunately, this bag has a place where you can put a brown patch.
Nick, my ideal weight's like 210, 220, and the most I've ever been up to was 200. And I weighed 200 for quite a while. And I'm sure once I start eating good continuously again, I'll gain it back and get back up to that. But man, it's, when you have a lot of stress in your life and things go on like what's went on here with me, you're just not hungry. I mean, your mind don't even think about food. It's got so much other things running through your head. You're thinking about stuff, and you're asking yourself why do these things happen? And you just sit here and think, and you just can't see it, and I don't know, it just, you just don't think about eating. You're just not hungry.
15-round mag that the Charger came with, and then a 25-round. There we go. Still plenty of room in here to put other stuff if I want. The GR1 is a minimalistic design. It is the complete opposite of the North Face bag that we just looked at.
Yeah.
In the main compartment, we've got two zipper pockets and
177.
And then a top compartment here.
But I weighed from the day I graduated high school until I turned about 40 years old, I weighed 100 and like 100 and I don't know, 150, 160 pounds, and I started gaining weight. But I really high metabolism. It didn't matter how much I ate. It didn't matter what I did. I couldn't gain weight because I ate like a horse. But, you know, like I said, I played sports all my life. I played flag football, I played church softball, I played basketball, I played all that crap all my life until, you know, up until about 40 years old. And then I was, you know, stuff started going really wrong, and I quit doing that stuff because I got to just hurting so bad that if I did that stuff the next day, I wouldn't be able to, you know, do very much. I'm 6'4", Penny. I don't eat when I'm stressed. I don't have an appetite, Tammy.
1892 takedown lever action in 44 Magnum. This gun was owned to us by Taylor's and Company, who is the sole importer of these guns in the U.S. It doesn't go together quite as easily as the Ruger, but it's still pretty straightforward.
I'm 47.
Thread, so just stick it in there, quarter turn. The last little bit's kind of tricky, and then.
I'm not building a fire this morning. I got to go to the DMV here in a little bit. Got to keep an eye on the time. It's 6:55. We still got plenty of time. Yeah, stress can actually lead to a heart attack. Stress can actually kill you, and that's really sad, really scary too.
It is based on a Winchester 1892 action. It's got a satin chrome finish, a rubber lid,
Here you are, man.
and a 16-inch compact barrel. For sights, it has a red fiber optic front and a Skinner P rear sight.
I am too, Wendy. It's a step in the right direction, and I'm just trying to get things, you know, get things going and doing, you know, get everything going the right way.
So if I want to top it off, I've got another 6 rounds in this pocket ammo carrier from Brown Coat Tactical that I can stick in the bag with the gun. With these accessories, the Alaska. I'm hoping this place don't tell me that I can't stay here after this month because of all this mess that they've called in and calls by calling the front office and aggravating the fire out of them. I mean, they need to leave me alone. They got what they wanted. They wanted to tear my family apart. They did that. They need to just leave me alone. They need to go about their business and leave me alone because I ain't done nothing to them people. And all they do is get on and lie about me and make up a bunch of nasty crap that just don't do anything good for anybody. So they got what they wanted. They need to leave me the hell alone. Let me try to live my life and try to do what I need to do, not what they think I need to do. Oh, wingnut, they said it's up to corporate now. You know, they can't do anything because it got to corporate. So it's going to be up to corporate whether whether I stay or whether they ask me to leave. But, you know, with the harassment and all the stuff that they keep doing, you know. Yeah, it ain't, you know, they get to a point to where they just don't want to deal with it anymore, you know. Stay somewhere that is especially safe or secure. They like to have a long gun in their hotel room if at all possible.
And if that happens, it's going to be really bad, because I ain't got nowhere to go.
Go in a big rifle case would be ideal. Plus, lever action are legal in all 50 states. Now, if you're really trying to fly below the radar, you might think that buying a bag called the Urban Assault wouldn't be the best idea in the world. Mystery Ranch is a company with one foot in the military world and the other in the outdoor industry, but they did make this bag to be low profile and not draw attention.
They doxed my address out a long time ago, several months ago. Actually, they doxed my address out, and they had already gave out my phone number, even though I accidentally showed it one day on live, but they had already doxed it out too. So. So if it comes to that, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I won't have the money to move. I won't have the money to, you know, to move this camper or do any of that crap. You know, if it comes to that. And I really like living here. You know, I like the people that live here. I like the area I'm in and all that. Yeah, they will, Jimbo. If they get to the point, you know, people keep calling them and they get tired of it, you know, and they don't want to deal with it. They'll kick you out to get to you know, end the harassment on their side. You know.
Like it would be reasonably durable. It's kind of an unusual shape for a backpack of this size.
I hope they don't. I really hope they don't.
I think that's just so it distributes.
Because I don't. I like it here. I really like it here.
I have taken this on a couple of day hikes.
But, you know, this will be the third place that they, you know, if we get kicked out of here, this will be the third time they've done it. So,
my back than
you know.
the average small backpack. I played around with a few different ways of securing the two halves of the lever action. Pieces banging into each other. The interior pockets in here were not
It's private.
cutting it, so I decided to try out a rigid molly pin or RMP from Ring and Tactical. This is a thick, rigid, but like
they know about all of that. They know about the police coming out here. They know about everything. They know, you know, about the stalking charge. They know about all of that. But, you know, they can't do anything about it.
This is really something that any of these backpacks that we're looking at could benefit from, whether or
Yeah, I do now, Lisa.
You can also set up multiple RMPs with different gear, so you can quickly swap them out depending on what you're going to be doing. So you might have one that's got like your everyday stuff on it, and then a different one that's for hiking, and then maybe a third one that's got emergency medical gear on it. You could stick the whole thing in whatever bag it needs to go in for that day. You can secure your stuff with pretty much any kind of straps that you might already have, like these generic straps I've got at the bottom here, or at the top I've got a
Keep the peace. I always keep the peace. I don't start nothing with nobody.
That work a lot better for something like this. You're going to be taken on and off the panel frequently. The RMPs come in a wide variety of sizes that'll fit almost any backpack. They make them also for pelican cases and car trunk lids and car seat bags. This one is, I think, 10.75 by 15 inches, and it weighs just under 10 ounces.
I can't start a fire, Cody. I don't have time. I've got to go. I'll be leaving here in just a little bit.
Basically accomplish the same thing, but this is one of the only ones I could find that was rigid enough to support something like this lever action. The last backpack gun setup I am calling the half and half. It is a Vertex.
Yeah, I'm on there about every day, Corey.
It's only got one shoulder strap, so it's kind of like half a backpack. And inside, I've got half a shotgun. It is a Remington.
I'm not talking about that, Paul. I'm not talking about anything about my family on social media.
To address this one, I've got a Trijicon R&R, an optic rail. The gun comes from the factory with a barrel clamp and short Picatinny rails that attach to either side. So on the left side, I've got a string plate.
Yes, you're right. You're exactly right.
On the bird's head grip, I have a Demonstrated Concepts recoil strap. The Mag 2 holds 5 shells, loaded. The total package weighs in at 6.8 pounds. I've also got 6 extra shells here on the Bangkok shell carrier. Normally, I would just throw a piece of Velcro tape on the side of the receiver and put the shell card there, but the Vertex bag has this handy hook and loop compatible panel here, so it's easy enough to just stick it there. I would actually be very reluctant to
Yeah, I got your number, Paul.
this gun for any serious purposes. It's got some merits, but its practical role is limited even by backpack gun standards. And this is another
I'm not a celebrity, Tracy. I'm nowhere near. I'm nowhere even remotely close to being a celebrity.
Since then, on top of the huge demand spike for firearms in general, Remington declared bankruptcy. Again, the gun manufacturing arm of Remington was sold to a new owner. Supposedly, they are going to keep things going, but I would expect availability to be a little spotty for a while. The TAC 13 in particular is difficult to find right now.
I need more coffee. Oh, my knees. Good gracious. I try to keep my head up. Nobody needs to be taken out. Good morning. I try not to, Penny. I try to. Thank you, Sharon. That's awesome, Sheila. I know what you mean, Paul. I know exactly what you mean there, buddy. I hope you get to feeling better, though, with your health issues and stuff. I've been going through them myself. Hoping they get a little bit better now that I got some medicines. Medicines changed around. I got to have that colonoscopy done. I'm just praying that it goes well. I'm really... methadone does cause stomach problems. All pain medications cause stomach problems. But methadone caused me real stomach problems. So, all you can do is just the best you can. Try to make it through it. No, I'm not headed out yet. Will be before too awful long, though, whenever... Well, I say for too awful long. Between 8 and 9 is when she should be here. Gotta be from now on, Teresa. Oh, you talking about how long I gotta take methadone? That's just... honestly, I'll probably be on it for the rest of my life unless they do surgery and get my neck and back fixed. I mean, that's just how it is. Using it is a lot better than having it, them putting me back on pain medication and stuff like that. I mean, it's a lot safer, a lot better for me than the pain medication is. I mean, it's not good for you at all, but it's a lot better for you than the pain medication and all the stuff that comes along.